Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Minecraft with Razakius. We are here on the eastern side of the castle. This is where a branch is going to come out of the castle and go straight out that way. It's going to be the only part that is not part of the main hexagon. I believe this is only going to be about 3 or 4 stories tall, so it's not even going to go up that high. But I decided we're making progress with the rest of the octagon, I keep saying hexagon, octagon, and I think it's time to flatten this out and to build out this way as well. So, in order to do that, I've already cut down a lot of the trees. If you notice, there's like a big clear cut right here that happened. However, I found this, and I think that I had seen this previously, but I decided that I probably should clear it out before, not after. And it looks pretty big. I actually didn't even come in here, so this could have been nothing. A baby skeleton! No, that's not a baby. It must have been downstairs. A grown-up skeleton! There are baby skeletons in this game. That's not a vanilla feature, I'm pretty sure. So he was just hiding. That wasn't too bad, this little branch. I've been doing a lot of episodes with caving recently, and I'm not really sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, honestly. I've just had a lot of holes to go through lately, and I've been wanting to clear them out, just so that they don't bother me later on. Zombies. I actually hear a bunch of zombies. We might be on a spawner here. Oh my gosh. We are definitely on a spawner here. What are you wearing? TNT? Are you wearing TNT? It's a little disconcerting, fella. Alright. Let's get some light going. Barbara, you're dying because that was ridiculous. You're scaring the bejesus out of me, Barbara. Ugh. This fork's all over the place. Let's get the easy ones done. Some iron, some mushrooms. You know, I don't think I have very many mushrooms, so that's welcome. I need something. Ah! Son of a bitch! It's a stone block! God, that scared the crap out of me. I swear it went dark and I got the fire at the same time. I'm so easily scared. I'm a tender soul. That looks dangerous. Jesus Christ, fella. I don't want to be shot with fiery things. Well, he wasn't too hard. He was level 4, however. Ah! Skeleton spawner. Shnikey. Haha! Got you. Someone's sticky or something. Because I just lost a crossbow. Jesus Christ, this guy is hard. Like a sailor. No! I don't want you to shoot me! Holy cow! Let me get a sword, just in case I can't get back to my body. Where do I keep swords? Well, I'll take you. It's probably good to have a second sword anyway. Oh, it looks like it's nighttime. Let's let it... Well, maybe I should go to the center. One of the reasons that I haven't been wanting to do build episodes lately. I'll be honest. I'll come out and tell you that. And part of the reason is because I made some big mistakes in creating the castle, and I'm basically redoing a lot of what I had already done. Actually, I'm pretty close to being done again. It turns out that I made it too big. I'm not entirely sure how that happened exactly. I have a feeling that it has to do with the measuring difference between 10 feet and 1 meter. Because at some point I just started going to 1 meter rather than worrying about that extra foot. Because 1 meter is about 9 feet. And so I'm actually missing out. And so each side is about 6 blocks too big, believe it or not. That's actually quite a big difference in size. I'm a little worried that there actually is a zombie spawner down there. And that I haven't cleared it out. I don't see the guy. That's a little perturbing, actually. Come on. Open up. Wow. It's taking a... Hey. There we go. There's that. I seem to have lost... I knew I lost my crossbow. No, I think I have everything. The speedy shooter seems to be missing, however, which is probably a good thing overall. Did I get my crossbow back? Oh, there it is. And I'm going to take you. Alright. Steadfast drone. Knowledge fragment. I don't know what that does. That's a new... Pahamir's head. Only 2 heads. So, that reminds me to talk about a little bit about the head crumbs issue that I've been having. Name tag, mundane amulet. I don't know what these things do. If you remember a few episodes, I was talking about how I wanted to turn off chest drops of the head crumbs, which clearly has not happened because there was some in there. I tried lowering the rate to 0. There wasn't a true-false feature. Ooh, that was bad. There wasn't a true-false feature on head crumbs, so I couldn't just turn it off completely. There is like a rate where of like 1 to, I think it's like 16, and 1 is like as rare as diamonds, which I've always had it set to. Get that mushroom since it popped up. I've always had it set to that. I'm in caves. Alright. But I've always been getting like 5 or 6 per chest, and boy do I wish those were actually diamonds. Hi. Skeleton with knife. That's interesting. Skeleton with sword. This is a big room with a lot of bats in it. I hear zombies. You know, I haven't killed many bats, so this is probably a good chance to get those bat claws or whatever the heck. There we go. I thought I was hearing some zombies right here. I don't hear him anymore. Come back here! Ha! I got one. I don't even know how. There we go. There we go. Alright. Son of a... There were 2 traps in this room. That's ridiculous. Alright. Did I get everything? I think so. I'm actually gonna mine this out and get all this iron, because there seems to be a decent amount of iron in this cavern. Not that I'm really that short on iron, I'm just not overloaded by iron. Oh, look, it's a nice little shortcut over here. Might as well just get everything, right? It's not too bad of an idea. So anyway, back to headcrumbs before I got distracted by skeletons and then bats. So I went in and tried to turn it to 0, but that actually crashed the world, so that obviously didn't work. I reset it to 1, which is, again, the diamond level that headcrumbs are. And I've seen a couple of chests since then, and I've still been getting a decent amount of heads, but not as many as I was before. So I wonder if, like, I basically reset the thing. That's what I'm thinking. Jeez. I'm going to make this easier on myself. Yes, I am. And so, yeah, I just got, what, 2 heads per chest. That's clearly not diamond rarity, but it is better than what I had been doing, which was 4 to 6 heads per chest and nothing else. That was the real problem. It wasn't that I was getting the heads, it was that I wasn't getting anything else. I don't know what white stone does. I guess I'm mostly interested in ore. So it does seem a little better. Not sure if the problem is completely gone, but it's a little better. Tin. Copper. Alright, we need... Actually, not that I actually need more coal either. I don't really need any of this stuff. I'll just, let's just start with that. But, it's weird. Like, I have a full cache full of coal, and I just, like, took one to make torches for this little escapade of mine. And then I was like, I need more coal because it's not completely full anymore. Really? Like, I don't really need more coal for that reason, do I? But yep, I feel the need to have a completely full chest. Alright, I feel like I actually went through my torches faster than I was expecting. I'm surprised, given that I started out fighting, what, 6 or 7 zombies right when I started, that there wasn't a zombie spawner in all of this. That's pretty amazing. They just must have been congregating down here. Yeah, I'll come in here. Copper, 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 copper. So, yeah, all this is really being done is because like I said, I am clearing out the land. I'm going to probably flatten it some. And I wanted to make sure, I think I passed my exit. I wanted to make sure that, here it is, that I wasn't going to get bombarded by enemies in the middle of digging. So I think I've done that pretty good job of that. I don't think I'm going to have too much in the way of skellies or whatnot coming after me now that I've taken away their spawner and lit this all up. Pretty happy with it. And heck, Got some nice ores here as well. Replenish some of my stock. Always a welcome thing. I think I'm going to take a break and mine all this other stuff out. And then I will come back after this is done and, I don't know, we'll figure out something to do. Alright guys, we are back. I decided for this clay maker of mine that we should improve it. It was a hindsight for me that we should have included an igneous extruder at the beginning instead of the chest full of cobble, because the chest full of cobble I of course have to completely refill with cobble all the time. And you know, I completely forgot about this contraption, rather. I'll be honest with you. Completely forgot about it. Let's start this up. We need another. And because of that, man, I just kind of messed up. Like, first of all, I should have had it, but like I've also been sitting here worried about my lack of cobble, and there's no lack of cobble. I mean, that's ridiculous. Oops, that was silly. Good, I can just refill from that directly. So 2 more buckets. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now we just need lava, and we'll automatically make the igneous that we need. I should see what it takes to make a bigger tank. You know, it would be nice to start... I really need to start making obsidian with this. I should get like 3 of these igneous extruders. 1 for cobble, 1 for stone, and 1 for obsidian. Now, I have this little contraption still that I introduced to you guys a long time ago. I just moved it. And it works a lot better than it used to. But, yeah, this is still a thing. So the cobble goes down, and it goes into the redstone furnace where it turns into stone. I could just skip it. Now, that would require a little lava. This is requiring a little lava, too. But the reason I kind of like just cooking it is because, honestly, I have a lot of cobblestone, and this kind of gets rid of it. Later on in the process of all this, I'll probably just have a lava stream going into an igneous extruder. If I could talk, I cannot say this word, igneous extruder. However, lava, really easy to get with these. I wonder if I can just, like, pull it out. Nope. Come on, yo. Fill up this thing. How is it not filling up? Everything seems to have some lava in it. Come on! It takes so long for lava to get created. For when I'm running this, I have to have the power on because this does take more energy than I like to give up for it. Since we're waiting on that, the one flaw of this system is that it's not connected to my energy network. I have it separate largely because it is a separate. To me, it's a temporary system. So I decided not to hook it up, and therefore I have to do this sort of juggling act with all of my energy cells to basically plug in new energy cells. So let's do this just because it'll take a couple of minutes. It's pretty easy just to flip these out though. And that'll fill up in no time. Still no lava. Alright guys, I'm going to take yet another break while I wait for lava to occur. Actually, instead of taking a break, I can do that off screen entirely and just do it at another time. We'll let this run. Instead, what I decided is I want you guys to check out my progress for this. Even though my initial thought was, since I did a lot of this already and I'm just basically redoing a lot of it, to not air it all and just kind of restructure it and talk about it later. But a lot of it is done now, so maybe talking about maybe it is later, essentially. So what I did, as I said, I think on Tuesday, I think it was Sunday actually, I started talking about it. I worked from the center out, so I made this my center point, and then everything else I centered out. This actually worked marvelously. So here's one, this is the east row. Everything looks really, really good. Everything is exactly the right dimension now that I wanted. Some of it is a little bit goofy, but overall it worked out well. The last thing that I've been doing, and here's where I am exactly actually, you'll see this wall is here but not over here. That's because I haven't pushed it back yet. The wall has to go back 5 blocks actually. I said 6 previously, but it's actually 5 blocks that everything needs to go back. And this, I think this might actually be the last thing that I have to do to finish that off. And then I have to rebuild all the walls and start building the external wall. That's my next part of this. Some of this kind of looks wonky, so now with this new way of doing things, these walls have this little hitch there, and there's nothing I can do about that. That's just how it is. However, the real prize of all this to me was that these diagonals work flawlessly now. They fit in exactly right. They're exactly what they need to be. And then you can come in over here. You guys haven't seen this, and this goes over to the center one here, which also goes back over to the next side one. So there is like these aisles that are meant to let troops go through each one if needed. And then this is going to have some secret doors in it. I did add the secret rooms mod. And then I don't really know what all these little corridors are, but there's these corridors. I imagine there's probably put barracks in here or something, or like weapon stashes or something. There's also a stairway in here. Stairway is going to be over here, right there. So maybe it's mostly just to get up to the next level. I don't know. So this is my area. I will say this back area has been a buzzard for me, and I've been putting it off. This I have to do as well. So I got there's this giant room here, and this part's easy. And then I got the stairs down rebuilt. So this is all rebuilt. But for the most part, this north section is not done because I have all these tiny little corridors everywhere. I think this is actually like a prison cell right here. There was actually supposed to be 3 rows here, taking up the same amount of spots, which I suppose I could still do one. And then, like, 1 row. I mean, it is a prison after all. But I decided, instead of doing 3 rows, I'll do 2 and just make them actually usable. And then there's this section, which is supposed to be a really narrow corridor. But this feels too narrow, honestly. And this feels too fat. So I need to figure out how far in this is actually going to get pushed from this area. And so I'm kind of figuring out where the actual edges are and building out in here while having something in to kind of squish everything. That's basically how I worked the diagonals too. The diagonals were, I built around them and squished everything in so that I knew exactly how much space I needed. And then there's this pit, again, I think this is like the prison area or the holding area, so you could just throw people in the pit, and they're down here now. I don't know what I'm going to do down here to really emphasize that, but in the meantime, it makes for a nice little elevator system. I mean, it's a one-way elevator. I can't go back up, but it is an elevator system to get down, which is very handy from time to time. It definitely speeds up travel time. We got a sleeping moment. Come on, let me sleep, let me sleep, let me sleep. Sleep, sleep, sleep! No. Alright, I'll take damage. No? There we go. There we go. Every now and then I like to go in there and take damage because what it does is it leaves some blood behind, and I know there's some recipes that require blood. So, I'm up to 135. It's not much, but I know a lot of people will create farms and stuff that are right over the top of it so that they get a good supply of blood, and I'll probably do that eventually, but for now, I'm just doing it the old-fashioned way and sacrificing myself. 2! There we go. We got some lava. I actually probably don't need more than 2 of this because the cobblestone doesn't take any lava at all. So what this will do is this will automatically just build an unlimited supply of cobble into the pulverizer for this system. Then my only real setback for keeping this constant is going to be energy production, which isn't too hard. Otherwise, we're up to six stacks of clay at this point. I could actually probably make my coke oven, and I probably will in an episode or 2 here. But for now, honestly, I was hoping that cave was going to be bigger. It seemed like it was going to do a decent-sized cave, but it did a good half episode. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.